I'm Amrita and I'm a writer for Musical the Musical. This is Evolution of a Song Part 1, Once Upon a Time. This week we're going to talk about the evolution of the song Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time is the second number in Musical the Musical. It comes right after the overture. In the song, we introduce our main character, Eva. Eva has entered into a musical writing challenge and is attempting to write her first song. The song demonstrates how frustrating it can be to try to force music. Eva tries to write, starting over and over with Once Upon a Time, but maybe she's starting from the wrong place. When I was writing this song, I was going through the same thing that Eva was. Writing, erasing, wishing there were more words for color or adventure, and most importantly, getting more and more frustrated with myself. I was originally just going to show her writing, but I decided to focus on her frustration as my frustration grew. So this is the notebook that I originally wrote it in. I think I wrote it in my living room. Yeah, I'm just gonna sing what I originally wrote. So, once upon a time there was a girl. No. Once upon a time there was a little girl with a story to tell to the whole world. That's not right. Once upon a time there was a girl who loved to read, unaccustomed to the world. No. Once upon a time, once upon a time, once upon a time. Those words promise a story full of love, hope, and adventure, where the heroes doused in glory, and they live happily after. But I can't quite find the words to write the second part. The world is full of color, but it leaves me in the dark. Worlds are so much smaller than the ideas that were sparked. There's a tornado in my head, can't fit into a piece of pencil lead. So I'm left with a blank page, guess that's the first stage. Once upon a time. The first part, where Eva gets ideas and then decides they're not good enough, were ideas that I cast away. Then, as I got to the first verse, I began to describe how me and Eva were feeling. First, I describe a traditional fairy tale. The adventure, hero, and perfect ending are all things that Eva is envious of in this moment. Then I move on to the emotions that we're feeling. Eva feels like she has so many ideas that they won't fit into one song. There's a tornado in my head, can't fit it into a piece of pencil lead. Is talking about how she feels like there's a tornado of thought, but she doesn't know where to start. She finally admits that she's left with a blank page, and then realizes that that's better than nothing. Guess that's the first stage, and then goes back to Once Upon a Time. After a few months, we revisited it, and Arin and Eddie added a few pieces that would tie in other characters. This made it into a complete opening number. Here's a clip of us performing it at our concert. Once upon a time, there was a girl. No. Once upon a time, there was a little girl with a story to tell to the whole world. That's not right. Once upon a time, once upon a time, once upon a time. Those words promise a story full of hope and adventure, where the heroes doused in glory and they live happily after. But I can't quite find the words to write the second part. The world is full of color, but it leaves me in the dark. In my head, can't fit into a piece of pencil lead. So I'm left with a blank page, guess that's the first stage. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, once upon a time, once upon a time, once upon a time, once upon a time.
Good evening, Fulltown, Rhode Island, and welcome to the first annual theater festival. This is the art that has made our town great, and this is the competition of the year. Bloodlust and other fun things. Now, it's a 2-act play, but this time it has music in it. Yes, it's quite odd, but nevertheless, are you ready? Get out your pens, your paper, and your fancy technological devices, and let's go.
Once upon a time, 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 once upon a. Once upon a time there was a boy who never grew up. jungle full of cats.
Once upon a time there was a barricade of soldiers.
Some cool rebellious newsies with super stylish hats. These words build up to magic, building up to intermission, with a conflict and a problem.
And girls gone missing.
But if only we could get the words to sound good on the page. The world is full of color, they say all the world's a stage.
Once upon a time there was an orphan with no story, a child with no glory. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time there was an actor with no play, a star who could not shine. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, once upon a time. Once upon a time, once upon a time.
Tornado in my head, can't fit into a piece of pencil lead. So I'm left with a blank page, guess that's the first stage. Once upon a time.
Once upon a time there was a road, once upon a time really open and full of fats. And once upon a time there was a barricade of soldiers, rebellious running with super stylish hats. But I can't quite find the words to write the second part.
The world is full of color, but it leaves me in the dark.
The world is full of color, but it leaves me in the dark.
Once upon a time there was a girl with a story to tell to the whole world. Once upon a time.
Once Upon a Time is also been orchestrated by the amazing Frank Newton, and here's a clip. The weird angelic noises are supposed to be people singing.